I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. We are really late today. We're supposed to start about 9:30, I think. Half an hour late today. I want to apologize about that. I had to go get me some coffee, and I just took longer than I think I was going to take. And then I think we're going to end up walking to the other spot because I think there's a dude over here playing music. So we might be walking to the other spot shortly. And, you know, when he come back, you know, playing whatever the music he's playing or whatever the hell. With that being said, yo, look, I love y'all. I want everybody to understand this because there's a lot of people that are on the other side of this conversation. And what y'all going to hear is me saying something negative about you. I'm not speaking negative about anyone directly. I do not know everybody's personal affiliations. I don't know what anybody personally feel about this particular situation, but we need to break down the hypocrisy of what's happening. What's happened to Donald Trump right now is such a hypocrisy that there are large percentages of Americans that before was against Donald Trump that are now for him. And that's what you're seeing happening. What you're seeing happening is people waking up. First, I want to say the whole phrase woke has been stolen and misused. I'm going to say that again. This whole entire phrase that people use called woke, it has been stolen and it has been misused. A lot of people that claim to be woke, they are not woke. They are not trying to wake up other people. This is not their inclinations. They have a design on being able to control individuals, and they want to be able to be in control of your decisions. So I just want to be on point about something real quick before I get to all of the things that Donald Trump is probably going to benefit from that he was supposed to actually not benefit from. I want to just listen and pay attention. First thing is this. If you look back at when black people have been persecuted in this country, a lot of that happened before the 70s, correct? Just so we can be clear. A lot of the trials that were being held where black people were convicted and they were obviously innocent, a lot of these trials happened before the 70s, right? A lot of these situations that happen like Emmett Till, a lot of these situations that happen when you got these dudes that been in jail for 70 years and whatnot, a lot of that happened before the 70s, correct? I want to be clear on this because I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Good morning. All right. A lot of this happened before the 70s, correct? Black people didn't become Democrats until after the 70s. Black people didn't start becoming Democrats until after the 70s. So I'm going to say this again. Often when we go back through the history of America and we look at how black people have been used and abused by our court system, a lot of this happened before the 70s, right? Go look up a case real quick. Tell me when it happened. I didn't say all, I said a lot. And what I mean by a lot is the majority of the big cases that were put against black people where we felt like the judges and the courtrooms were against us happened before the 70s. I need for y'all to understand this. Get a full grasp of this. I'm saying nothing but facts. I'm going to say nothing but facts for about the next 10, 15 minutes. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to say nothing but facts for about the next 10 or 15 minutes. And I need for you to process this and not think about this on the lines of whether you like Donald Trump or whether you dislike Donald Trump. Because right in this moment, we're not talking about Donald Trump. We're going to get to him in a moment. Right now, we're talking about the judicial system. And often, if I'm believed to be what was going on in America, often when black people had the court system used against us, and it was things like Emmett Till, it was things like Rosa Parks, these situations happened before the 70s, correct? So if these things happened before the 70s, and the people who were fighting for black people before the 70s were the Republicans, then who were the ones that were prosecuting us in the court system? Go back and check out and see what Martin Luther King was. Martin Luther King was a Republican. Good morning, my brother. Martin Luther King was a Republican. So if during the majority of American history, when our court system has been used against us, it was the Democrats that were our opposition in Washington. Shout out to Manzi. Shout out to Fareed. Shout out to Rashid. The reason why this is such a big deal is what just happened to Donald Trump. I don't care what you think about him. You cannot cheer for that. Not if you have any integrity, and not if you are a person that's saying that you are for all of the causes that are supposed to be benefiting or helping black people. You cannot cheer for that. So let's talk about a little bit of Donald Trump stuff for a second. What's happening in America, and then we're going to double back to this court shit. So apparently, Donald Trump raised somewhere near $50-something million in 24 hours. And he didn't raise it because he was having banquets. He raised it because Americans started donating $20 here, $40 there. I saw somewhere where somebody donated $1.97. So the point in which I'm trying to make is so much of our society, so many people in America saw what happened to Donald Trump and disagree with it, that they sent him money, and that money added up to $50-something million. All of y'all hating on Donald Trump is about to be on the wrong side of history. They just made that man a martyr. Now, what did I already tell y'all? We spoke about the probability of Donald Trump being found guilty and the probability of Donald Trump being found innocent. And what did I tell y'all? If Donald Trump is found guilty, there's no way the Democrats are going to win the next election. It just isn't going to happen. They made that man a martyr, a living martyr. They turned that man into Nelson Mandela. They turned him into a living martyr. A martyr that we can still talk to. The Democrats didn't know what they was doing, fam. And I told y'all this. So far, I've been correct about at least 90 to 95% of the things that I've told you on this platform. I don't even think that's up for question. The videos are still up. I didn't take any videos down. I don't got to lie. I've been correct about 90 to 95%. Some people say like 98, but I'm going to say 95, right? So I need for y'all to understand something. Do y'all see what's happening on social media right now? You see all of the people that's saying they're not voting Democrat. You know how many of our people has something similar happen? Good morning, my brother. You know how many of our people has something similar happen to them when the judge gave directions to the jury that made it impossible for the jury to find people innocent? The judge gave instructions to the jury that made it impossible for the jury to be able to find Donald Trump innocent. It made it impossible. I'm going to explain something real quick since we're talking about courts again. Listen and pay attention. So when you go to court and you're a juror, you already know there's a good chance that you might not be able to trust the prosecution. They're trying to get a conviction. There's a good chance that you might not be able to trust the defense team. They're trying to get their client exonerated. But the one person you're supposed to be able to trust is the judge. And for nobody that's ever sat in the courtroom before the jury goes into deliberation, the judge usually reads off the jury instructions right before he sends the jury back to deliberate. Sometimes it takes like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It is what it is. This judge took like an hour. That's one. Two, the jury instructions are basically supposed to be an interpretation of the law. I'm going to say that again. Good morning. The jury instructions are supposed to be an interpretation of the law. The only reason why the judge is in the courtroom is to make sure that the law of the rule of law is followed. The judge is there to judge the law. That's it. He's not there to be on the defense's side. He's not there to be on the prosecution side. The judge is there to judge the law, period. They just set a precedence in this trial with Donald Trump that basically says we got to put Clinton on trial. Anybody know why we should be putting Clinton on trial? I'll tell you. What about that lady that had the big $1,000,000-something check? It was like a $100-and-something million check that Clinton gave her as a freaking payoff, so she doesn't go testify against him. How about the hush money? She was on television. Just so we can be clear, she was on television. Good day. She was on television with a check in her hand that Clinton had gave on the part of Clinton. Let's just say Clinton gave it. It was for like $117 million for her to be quiet. So we gotta go put Clinton on trial too, right? Right? In all fair, right? Are we putting Clinton on trial? Go look it up. I don't gotta lie to you. Everybody got Google. Go look it up. Come back. Tell me what you think. So we putting Clinton on trial? Or is it only Donald Trump? What up, Corey? Are we putting Clinton on trial? Or is it only Donald Trump? Fam, she was at I think it was a press conference, showing everyone the check.
Остался только предписано. Они не получили этого.
So we putting Clinton on trial?
Я понимаю, но они не получили.
Do the Democrats want Clinton put on trial? All of you people that hate Trump, do y'all want Clinton put on trial, or y'all just, hypocrites? God says one of the things he hates most is a hypocrite. So y'all want Clinton put on trial, or y'all just hypocrites? I'm curious. Y'all better be careful with y'all soul, because these are the final days, fam. And a lot of things that's going to determine where you go and don't go is going to be determined by where you lean. You understand? Everybody thinks, I'm going to go to heaven because, or I'm not going to go to hell because, inside I'm a good person. I haven't killed nobody. I haven't raped nobody. Nah, it's deeper than that, fam. What is the shit that you agreed to? What is the things out here that when they happen, you turn a blind eye to? Who are the people that you have unfairly persecuted? Better open your eyes, fam. Real talk. Somebody called the police on me, right? So the police just pulled up. Shout out to T-Moto Production, salute. Somebody called the police on me, right? So we already know who called the police on me. I'm going to tell you about this in 2 seconds. So the police just rolled past. I don't know if they just like dumping people out or whatever, but I think the police just rolled past and they looked over here and saw it was me. The boy who cried wolf. Not me, the weirdo ass nigga. The boy who cried wolf, man. Shout out to Team Moto Production. Says peace, health. Everyone in the chat. Salute, Jack. Salute to you. Nah, they can't stop the message, fam. You had some dude that came out here and told everybody that I'm not allowed to be out here. Nigga, come tell me yourself. Where you at? Come tell me yourself. The same dude ran into that key food because he called me a pussy online. I say, see a pussy, slap a pussy. Same nigga ran in that key food. All right, what's up? Same nigga ran in that key food. The one behind me. He ran right in there. Called his family. Like, yo, he's outside. He about to beat me up. Fuck out of here. Nobody trying to do nothing to you, fam. Just get away from me and stay over there. And stop having weirdo stuff going on. Nobody trying to do nothing to you. I'm out here trying to spread the word, fam. I don't really want to be arguing with nobody about nothing. Shout out to Cool Wise. Exactly, Corey. Corey said, don't let them trick you out of your freedom. Let's get back to what we're talking about. But yeah, the same individual been trying to get everybody to start a fight with me. So I scrapped with them so they could then start calling the police on me and talking about I'm a menace to the area. You understand what I'm saying? When I'm doing nothing but minding my business. You feel me? But what do? I try not to get into the fight with the person because then I'm creating a beef that even now after we find out that the other nigga's a weirdo, now me and you got beef forever because we've been out here scrapping for no reason. You understand what I'm saying? So I just try to avoid the fucking conflict. What up, Latoya Hicks? Shout out to California. Yeah, it's beautiful outside today. It's a fact. Let's get back to what we're talking about. Excuse me? Excuse me? Nah, fam, but I was already over here. Why you even go sit in front of the camera then? If you think that's where it's at. What kind of problem are you trying to start? All right, then leave it alone then. Why would I point the camera at you for? See what I'm saying? Weirdos. Yeah. Whatever time you on, fam. This nigga really think he important enough for me to point the camera at him. It's about to go down. Oh, fuck it, he won't be on camera. There you go right there. I turned it around because he threatened me. Only because he threatened me. There you go right there. Shout out to him. Fuck is he talking about? His boss is some nigga about this tall that's like 95 pounds. Is that nigga boss? Is some nigga that's about this tall, about 95 pounds soaking wet. That's his boss. That's the nigga that tell him what he do and don't do. Some this tall, 95 pounds soaking wet. Let's get back to what we talking about. Fuck is he talking about? Your boss is a nigga I just ran into the fucking key food. Fuck out of here. Nah, because niggas know I'm not trying to get into no issues with nobody, so they talk crazy to me. You feel me? But he gonna come up here and he gonna step in my face and I'm gonna smack the shit out of him. I'm on one today, fam. Hold on. We could do this. You gonna give me no other choice, right? We could do this. You gonna give me no other choice. Let's go. I don't want to talk, fam. Just do what you gonna do. I don't want to discuss nothing. There's nothing for us to talk about. Nothing for us to talk about. Do what you gonna do.
They don't know shit. They don't know.
Like I said, man, do what you gonna do. I don't want to talk about nothing. I don't want to discuss nothing. The fuck? They're still looking. At you too, just so you know. I want to make sure we clear. I don't want there to be a misunderstanding. What up, washable marker? Salute. Yeah, I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. I want him to understand I was talking to him. Morning, my brother. He just came over here and started talking crazy. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah, nah, some dude, some little nigga out here called Justin, he trying to tell everybody to give me a hard time so I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, so he just, doing whatever he doing, but don't come over here and start trying to threaten me, fam. I ain't say nothing to do nothing to the nigga. Yeah, man. Right. Appreciate you. Salute. Where you at, Justin? You sending all of these other people down here to bother me? Where you at? Fucking coward. Anyway, let's get back to what we talking about. Fucking coward. You send all of these other people to come give me a hard time, but when you see me, you run in the supermarket to get protection. You're a coward. Let's talk about what we talking about, though. So I want to be clear on this. Let's get back to Trump. So I want to be clear on this. Do you understand how many people that the justice system has been used against in an effed up way? Good morning. Do you understand how many people that the justice system has been used against in an effed up way that is seeing what Trump is going through and feel like the same thing has happened to them? Do you know how many people? They just got Trump millions of more votes by convicting him. Not hundreds of thousands of more votes, millions of more votes by convicting him. I need for y'all to understand. Think about this for one moment. If Trump raised 54 million, somewhere between 53 to 54 million in, good morning, in 24 hours, he raised 38 million, I think it was, in 10 hours. So in 24 hours, he raised about $54 million, and the majority of the freaking donations was like $30 or $40. Do you understand how many people donated money? Good morning. Do you understand how many people donated money? Do you understand the swing Do you understand how many people did not like Trump, and now they're like, yo, you know what? This nigga was right. Fam, you're gonna either be on the right side of history or you're gonna be on the wrong. I promise you. And I promise you, what just happened to Trump, that's gonna happen to anyone they don't like. Any person they don't like, they're gonna send y'all to court, and then they're gonna have all of the BS happen to y'all. Y'all not coming home. Good day, my brother. Because whether you like Trump or whether you dislike Trump, what we don't want is a judicial system that could just put people in prison whenever they discern, whenever they decide. And can I back up for a minute and give you a little bit more information? Listen and pay attention. Listen and pay attention. Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York State, has already changed the policy that basically said that they could come. Good morning. That basically said that they could come into your home and snatch you out of your home, and they don't even need a reason. They don't even need a reason, fam. They could just decide you're a public nuisance of whatever. They could just decide you're a health hazard. You could just decide not to get the jab, fam. And they could snatch you out of your home and take you to a prison that they're not calling the prison, by the way. These are the policies that the Democrats are passing. How are y'all still voting for them? I need a real explanation. How are y'all still voting for them? Let's talk about some policies. I could talk about that particular policy, not at this moment, for reasons. But they can go into your home and they can just take you out of your home. Kathy Hochul just passed this. They can go into your home and they can just take you out of your home. And they can just give your home away. Now imagine if they don't want your kids. You're a single parent. They snatch you out of your home. What do you think they're going to do with your kids? They're going to put your kids where? Now your kids got to go to foster or something, some kind of orphanage or something. When they have a perfectly good parent, these dudes just decided they were just going to snatch up and put in prison for whatever their reasoning was. Now, hold on. Understand this also. You know, they going on YouTube and they're forcing YouTube to give them the information for the individuals. Listen and pay attention. And what niggas have been watching on YouTube. Why do they need that information? Why do they, good morning, my brother? Why does the government need to know what you and me are watching on YouTube? Good morning. How you doing today, my brother? Chilling. All right, you too, my brother. Why do they need to know what me and you are watching on YouTube? Explain that to me. This is the Democrats.
I don't got nothing against him. I just asked him a question. Apologize.
How bad, man?
Yeah. Oh, get two on 37? I get offended. I'm like,
I told you they start trouble and they play the victim. Told you they start trouble with me and then they play the victim every time. Nigga was over there threatening me 2 minutes ago and said I don't gotta feel offended. They start trouble with me, then they play the fucking victim. Now do you see why I don't want to get into a conflict with these niggas? Now do you see why I don't want to get into a conflict with these niggas? They start trouble and then they play the victim. Give me 2 seconds. Let me put my tie back on. So I don't gotta be offended at the threat because he's black too. Get the fuck out of here. I'll leave it alone. I'm not going nowhere, fam. I be trying to avoid conflict. but I got my camera on right now. He was talking crazy to me initially. So if I'm standing over here minding my business and then he come press me, I could stand my ground, whatever could happen. That's section 3818, I believe, of the New York statutes. Meaning that, good morning, my brother. Meaning that if somebody come up to you, I think it's 38, 36, pardon me, 3615 or 3618, basically says that if somebody is coming and they trying to be aggressive towards you or assault you or some shit like that, you got the right to defend yourself. I ain't doing that. That little nigga lied to niggas and told them I'm a sucker because I want to avoid conflict. So he could get people to stay trying to push it until something happened. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get back to the show. We got 40 people in the chat. Hit that like button. We could get up to 20, fam. Right? We get up to 15. That's 2 more likes. Hit that like button. All right, let's talk about what we're talking about. So even if you hate Trump, fam, even if you do not like Trump, you cannot want our judicial system to be doing this to people. The freaking judge said, and I want to be clear on this, the judge said, as far as I know, in order for somebody to get convicted, it has to be a unanimous decision. The judge said it doesn't even have to be a unanimous decision. Niggas don't even have to agree on what they think what he's guilty of. It's bananas. Since when? Since when are you on trial and the jury doesn't have to agree and it doesn't have to be a unanimous decision? Since when, fam? That's crazy though, right? What's up? So it's 12 of us. If I agree he's guilty of something and you agree he's guilty of something else, and in that one, then he's just guilty. They found him guilty on every charge because there was at least one person that believed he was guilty on every charge. Fam, they freaking leave. Give me 1 second, the music. We got to move because we can't have the music going on in the background. So we got to go. We got to move down here, son, so we can get away from this dude's music. That's good enough. So, dude asked me what he was found guilty of. I don't mind you coming in here and not liking Trump. I want to hear your viewpoints. But if all you're going to do is spew hate and you don't have no actual points to talk about, then I'm going to kick you because I don't want to have a stupid discussion. I'm not here to talk about whatever the hell it is you're trying to do. So you can either talk about the topic and we could discuss it like an adults, or I could kick you and I could just keep doing what I'm doing. But I 100% am okay with you coming in here and having a contrary opinion in mind. But we're not turning this into a freaking sling mud contest, fam. I don't want to sling mud. If you don't have a good point to talk about, then I'm just going to kick you because I'm not on that type of time. So you talk about what you also notice. Democrats don't have any defense for their hate of Trump. So all they could do is argue with you and sling mud. I don't want to sling mud. We're not talking about that. He was found, we're not talking about whether he was found guilty or not. This show is actually about how all of the people are starting to come to Trump's side because they believe that he was illegally found guilty. You want to talk about that? That's what this show is actually about. All of the people who have been all over social media speaking about how they were not fans of Trump, more than my brother, speaking about how they were not fans of Trump, and after they saw what the court system did and the way that the court system handled the situation, that they are now supporters of Trump. That's what this show is about, just so we could be clear. So do you have any input on that? Or do you just have hate? Because as far as I can tell, the only way the Democrats know how to talk is hatefully. Jerome Carter says the government makes their own rules. All right, so all you can say is I'm wrong. You don't have anything else other to say. Copy. So, all right. Okay, copy. Boom. Copy. You don't got nothing else to say. Copy. You don't have no actual points. You have no actual points. You have stacked evidence. What was the evidence that was stacked? If I'm starting to feel like you're wasting my time, I kick people that's doing it. I'm not conversing with you no more. You can stay in the chat talking about what you want to talk. If somebody else want to talk to you, they can talk to you. But I'm not going back and forth with you no more because you don't have nothing to say. Copy? You don't got nothing to say. You don't got nothing to say. You're just a distraction. If I'm not allowing for you to just say hateful shit, you're just being a distraction. You don't got nothing to say. Jack, keep going with the show. Jack, he got vaccinated. His brain is fried anyway. Fam, how are y'all even voting for any of these people that wanted y'all to get vaccinated? Why are we finding out that almost all of the vaccinations are basically poison? Why are we finding out that almost all of the vaccinations are basically poison? Why are we finding that out? Almost all of the vaccinations are basically poison, and the people who are saying this is the people that made the vaccinations. The literal people that made the vaccinations are now coming out talking about how the vaccinations don't work, even though they've been saying that the whole entire time. They're talking about how they are extreme cases of cancer. Japan is pissed off and just apologized to their own people. Japan has just apologized to their own people. Japan has apologized to their own people. Why is everything that the Democrats tell y'all to do is effed up and fucks up the American people? Everything the Democrats are trying to encourage y'all to do hurt the American people. Why is that? Explain that to me. Explain to me how there's so many people that lost their jobs because they didn't want to get a vaccination. So many people, and now you're hearing that the vaccinations are all bad. Those are the Democrats doing. That was the Democrats doing. Go get another account. That was the Democrats doing. Explain that to me. Explain to me why the Democrats wanted to open the border. You want to know why the Democrats wanted to open the border? Because they know that they weren't going to be able to keep tricking the black people. They know that they weren't going to be able to keep tricking us. That's why they wanted to open the border. Trump didn't promote the shot. You're a liar. I'm kicking you. Go get another account. Come back and say another lie so I can throw that one out. Trump didn't promote the thing. If I remember correctly, Trump didn't want to shut anything down. If I remember correctly, Trump told y'all that the whole thing, COVID shit, was bullshit. If I remember correctly, Trump didn't want to force anybody to get the shot. If I remember correctly. If I remember correctly. So go get another account, come back live again so I could kick that one. Hurry up. I just muted it because dude walked past with music. So whenever y'all see me mute it, I'm just muting it. Shout out to YouTube for making the mute button. Now I'm about to blow my nose, so I'm gonna mute it again. Give me 1 second. YouTube, and I talk about stuff. Now you good? Have a blessed day. Fam, why is these Democrats always telling us to do shit that's against our best interests? And y'all vote for the shit. Biden told y'all he was going to open up the floodgates. He was going to let everybody, he was going to open up the borders. He told y'all that. He ain't lie. Let's go a little bit further. Dude is turning his music up even louder. We going to make him back the whole car up. Y'all can hear the music? Yes or no? Let me know. You shouldn't be able to, though. Shout out to Kyra Knows. She's all praises to the Most High. Salute. You already know. Fareed said, Frost always dropping facts. Fam, that's all what else am I supposed to be doing but talking about what actually happened? So you got the Democrats who had all of these. You know how many elderly people died alone because they were too scared to go around people because of the C-19 shit? You know how many people died alone, fam? Elderly people. They couldn't even go around their grandkids. They couldn't even go around their families because they were scared of the C-19 situation. They wouldn't go outside. They wouldn't go to the store. Do you understand? Y'all don't hear the music? Cool. Do you understand how many? I'm going to throw this shit in the garbage. Give me 1 second. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep it so I don't so I have my own little garbage over here with my Do you understand how many elderly people? Do you understand how many elderly people? They didn't have nobody. They died alone, fam. Because of this C-19 and people not getting the jab. And now you find out that the jab is destroying people's immune systems. Explain to me why you can't even go give blood at the Red Cross if you got the jab. Explain to me why if you wanted to donate sperm, you can't if you got the jab. Explain that to me. Explain that to me. The Democrats did this to y'all. How about all of those people that didn't want to get the jab, but had to get the jab so they could keep their job and pay their bills and keep their families having a roof over their head? But you know what Trump did for a lot of y'all? You know what Trump did for a lot of us? He said, yo, look, we know people are going to quit their jobs. We know a lot of people aren't going to get the jab. So Trump set up some shit so niggas could go and get money for their rent. And you ain't even had to be on welfare, nothing. And they was paying for the whole year. Trump did that. Anybody talking about that? Good morning. Anybody talking about that? She has a beautiful family. Morning, my brother. Anybody talking about if y'all ever hear the music, let me know. Is anybody talking about that? The Democrats was taking y'all out of y'all job so y'all don't have nowhere to work, so you don't have no way to feed your family, so you don't have no way to pay your bills, so you don't have no way to pay your rent. And what did Trump do? Trump opened up stuff that made the government pay your rent for you. Fam. If y'all can hear the music, let me know. T-Moto, you ain't hear anybody in here. Let me know if y'all can hear the music. Dude trying his hardest to make me have to move. Satan never stops working, fam. Satan is at work all the time. But this is why you see me in the parking lot. I like the parking lot. No music, thank you. Trying his hardest though. T-Moto said people mad at you, but they should be mad at themselves for getting tricked into taking the fucking shot. Yeah, they should be mad at you. Shouldn't even be, in all honesty, for everybody that was tricked. I don't even think you should be upset with yourself. We're not internalizing that shit. You should be upset with the individuals that promoted it. Remember how badly they was dragging Trump for months when Trump wasn't promoting any of that shit? Remember how badly they was dragging Trump? Remember all of the threats they gave Trump until Trump finally came out and was like, if you want to get the jab, you should get it? People forget about that part. They was dragging Trump for months, trying to make it seem like Trump didn't care about the American people, tried to make it seem like Trump wanted C-19 to spread everywhere. He was the one that didn't want to shut nothing down. Blame Fauci. He was the one that didn't want to mandate, as a matter of fact, he didn't mandate vaccines. They wanted him to mandate vaccines and force people to get them. Everybody forget about that part. Good morning. Excellent. Everybody forget about that part. I did. Veterans Farm remembers. They tricked all of y'all freaking Democrats. Now back to the main point I was trying to make earlier. Pay attention. Throughout the history of America, when we had the judicial system on our necks, what was the party that was generally sicking the judicial system on the black people? I know y'all remember it to be Republicans, but that's not true. It was the Democrats. Remember, black people was generally Republican up until the 1970s. That's when we switched over to being Democrats, when they came into our homes and started telling us about that parent shit. When they took all our women and told our women to stop being happy with being stay-at-home moms. Remember that shit? Remember when they convinced all our black women not to be happy being stay-at-home moms? Remember that? Planned Parenthood. Remember that? We had black people, go look up the statistic if you don't believe me. We were married at the highest rate in America and to each other. Now, good morning. Now, you want to know who is the least married demographic in America? The demographic that they targeted, black women. Tell me where I'm wrong at. T-Moto Production said Dems created every hate party in America. Do your research. Those is facts. Also, Kyra Knowles says facts. Tell me where I'm wrong at, fam. Tell me what I'm saying that's incorrect. Tell me what I'm saying that's incorrect. Tell me what I'm saying that's incorrect. We were the demographic that was married at the highest percentage in America before the 1970s. After Planned Parenthood came, 71, 70, 70, 71, 72, now all of a sudden, the least married demographic is black women because black men want to be married, generally speaking. Myself included. And now, what has they been pushing out to our women the last couple of years? You don't need a man. But what's the same thing they're also pushing? Why are black men dating and marrying outside of their race? They're teaching our women that they don't need a man. So if we want to be married, what choice do we have? Tell me where the law is, fam. They're teaching our women you don't need a man. You go do it on your own. Get married when you get in your 40s. Wait until you're 35, 40 to get married. So all of us black men, if we want to get married, we got to wait until the woman turns 35 or 40 for her to have time for us. But there are women right now in their 20s that have time for us. Explain to me how that shit makes sense. And who's pushing these who's pushing these good morning? Who's pushing these agendas? The Democratic Party. Remember, the Republicans are conservative. I'm conservative, fam. I'm not a Republican. We're not doing that. But I'm conservative. The Bible is conservative, fam. I'm not no freaking Republican. I'm not on their type of time. Good morning. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat neither. I'm with God. I'm with what God is trying to do. I'm not with none of this other stuff that's going on. I'm with whatever God trying to do, that's what I'm trying to do. Whatever it is that's God's trying to do, and I could probably move back down to my spot or move back closer to my spot. Whatever God trying to do, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do whatever these other people is trying to do. I'm not trying to do, I don't care about what the Republicans is trying to do. I don't care about what the Democrats is trying to do. I'm trying to do whatever it is that God is trying to do. I'm on that type of time, fam. Other day I was talking to the homie, and y'all know I'm up there in the years or whatever. Other day I was talking to the homie, and he pointed out that, you know what I'm saying, like like I don't got a big stomach. Well, no disrespect to nobody that do got a big stomach. We're not doing that. But I don't got a big stomach. I got, a flat stomach. I spent the majority of my life being a healthy nigga. What's up, my brother? I spent the majority of my life being a healthy nigga. No weirdo ass drugs. I smoke weed here and there. I drink here and there. That's it. Smoked a couple of cigarettes. That's it. I spent the majority of my life being healthy, running around, doing stuff. Another part of my life, hard being able to get grub. It is what it is. Shout out to the Most High. Glory be to God. Jesus is King. We ain't upset or angry in no way. We ain't upset in no way. I'm trying to do what God trying to do, fam. God say that we supposed to treat our people in a certain way. God say that we supposed to love one another. But God also say we supposed to correct one another. And God also says that we supposed to accept correction. We need to move away from these. I do got to keep it down some. We got to move away from these Democrats, fam. These Democrats are not for us. These Democrats open up our borders, and now they giving all of your resources to niggas that's not even from America. Then they want to raise taxes, but they also printing a whole bunch of money. If y'all printing all of that money, why do y'all need to raise taxes? I need to understand this. There's no reason for them to raise taxes if y'all printing all of that money. Also, are you trying to tell me that the Republicans all of these years have been the ones that wanted to lower taxes, and the Democrats all of these years wanted to be the ones that raised taxes? I found this out in the 90s. That's when I stopped rocking with the Democrats. It's always the Democrats that talk about raising taxes, and it's always the Republicans that talk about lowering taxes. So I want to know why, if y'all so mad at taxes, why do y'all keep voting Democrat? Explain it to me. I'm here, I'm listening. Explain it. I'm here, I'm listening. Explain it. Good morning. I'm going to say it again just so we can be clear. Good morning. It's always the Democrats that want to raise taxes. It's always the Democrats that want to raise taxes. It's always the Republicans that want to lower taxes. Y'all complain about taxes, and at the same time, y'all keep voting Democrat. I need for you to explain to me how that makes sense. And it's always been this way. This is nothing new. It's always been the Republicans that want less taxes, and it's always been the Democrats that want more taxes. Explain this shit to me. I'm here, I'm listening. T-Motor Productions T-Motor Productions says back to Trump. We all gotta be versed in constitutional law. We going back to a restored republic. Thanks for pointing that out. Everybody keeps talking about how they want to live in a democracy. You know we live in a republic, right? America, good morning, my brother. America is not a democracy. America is a republic. For the republic in which I stand, with liberty and justice for all, America is a republic, not a democracy. Why do y'all keep falling in line where every time the Democrats want to try to trick y'all and they talk about we gonna be democratic? No, nigga, we are a republic. And we all know we're a republic because, shoot, she got a fatty. And we all know we're a republic because we've been talking about being in the republic since we've been in elementary school. We all know we're a republic. But y'all keep falling in line with this. We live in a democracy. No, we are in a republic. This is a republic. It's a big difference. It's not a little difference. It's a big difference. We live in a republic, not a democracy. Give you a good example. In your home, it's a democracy because what you say go, right? A republic says that we have to do what's best for the majority of the people. A democracy says, basically a republic, we have to do what's best for the majority. A democracy, we have somebody who is in control of what's going on, and we all fall in line with what they're doing. You understand? We just vote them in. That's a democracy. Morning, my brother. Chilling. In a republic, We're supposed to make laws that benefit the majority of the people that live there. In layman's terms, without me going into too much explanation, a republic and a democracy are two different things. We don't want to live in a fucking democracy where we're just electing people that can make decisions that don't got nothing to do with our benefit. They could just decide to do shit that don't benefit us. We want to live in a government where they're making laws that's benefiting the majority of the people. That's a republic. You see why knowing what words are is so important? You see why these people that try to trick people all the time with all of this BS and all of this bullshit, why that's so dangerous? It's dangerous to have people playing word games, fam. Why do you think I kick people right out of the chat once they try to start playing word games? That's dangerous. I don't want to play word games with you. I want to play zero word games with you, fam. I give you an opportunity to tell me what if you think you know what you're talking about. I'll listen for a moment. Once I see you don't know what you're talking about or you playing word games, I kick you and I don't want to hear no more. We ain't doing that. Taxes are actually illegal. You're wrong. Shout to T-Moto Productions. Taxes are actually illegal. That's why Trump is about to win with a landslide. Trump is going to win by so much that I don't think that Democrats are even going to be getting elected. I think that Democrats are going to lose terribly. I'm trying to just get away from home, girl. She's over there having her conversation, trying to move away. Democrats are about to lose so badly. They're going to lose almost every freaking part of everything. Do y'all see how many Democrats? I just seen a Democrat the other day say that they're not a Democrat no more. Now they're a what the fuck is the other thing you could be? Not a Republican. A freaking I hate when my brain clog like this. Independent. I just seen a Democrat the other day say, yo, I'm not a Democrat no more. I'm an independent. And I'm talking about an elected official. Good morning, my brother. All right, chilling. I'm talking about an elected official. Said, yo, I'm not a Democrat no more. You want to know why? Because a lot of them know it's going to happen in November. A lot of them know that in November they're about to get voted out. Because a lot of people are just going to say, you know what? I'm done with Democrats altogether. They're going to vote for Trump and they're going to vote all the way down the Republican line. They're going to vote for his whole card. Niggas ain't stupid. Black people, stop being stupid. Stop allowing people to just say racism and so you just jump on board with whatever they're talking about. Stop allowing for people to get you hypnotized because that's what they're doing. They're hypnotizing you. Trump just raised, and I really need you to understand this. Trump just raised $50-something million in 24 hours off of just random niggas sending in $40 and $50. You think he's gonna lose the election? I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a people. Good morning, my brother. I'm pretty sure there was people that donated 50. I'm pretty sure there's probably people that donated 1,000, donated 100, probably even donated 10,000. But the average was like 50. I saw a ticker. The ticker had niggas donating $10. I seen on the ticker. All right. There was people that donated $10. There was some one dude, and it just sticks in my head, that donated like $1.97. So the point in which I'm trying to make is, you think Trump is gonna lose in November? All right, he ain't losing in November, fam. These dudes is in trouble. The Democrats know it. T-Moto Production says we got to get to the point of realizing that everything we have been told was a lie, and we've been misled about everything. Shaking my head, fam. Basically, at this point, I need you to tell me what we haven't been misled about. At this point, I need somebody to come out and be like, yo, these are the things we haven't been tricked about that the Democrats said. That's what I need. Because at this point, it seems to me like damn near every single thing the Democrats are telling us is a lie. T-Moto says, imagine when people with the real paper get behind them. Woo! You seen those? Bam. Thanks for pointing this out. Yep. Thanks for pointing that out. You know, some of the top Democratic fundraisers have actually moved over to Trump's side, right? Some of the top dudes, like the dudes that be donating like millions of dollars a year, they've all moved over to Trump. Y'all know that, right? Thanks for bringing that up. Y'all know that, right? Imagine when people with the real paper get behind them. You see those small hats in Crotona Park supporting. Yeah. Yeah. Niggas is in trouble, fam. And you know what rats do with a sinking boat? You know what rats do with a sinking boat, fam? The worst thing, and I told y'all this, yo, T-Moto, do you remember us saying this? The worst thing that could happen for the Democrats is Trump being found guilty. Do you remember me saying that? Or we said that? Do you remember us saying that? That's the worst thing that could happen for the Democrats. And they're about to make it worse because they're going to keep calling him a felon. You know how many niggas know felons that are good people? They just happen to be a felon. But they're not even bad people, fam. A majority of us know at least one felon who's a good person. They just was caught in a bad situation. Maybe they didn't even do the crime, but maybe they was caught in a bad situation and they effed up. You know how many of us know niggas that's felons that are not bad people? You saying that Trump is a felon isn't going to stop black people from voting for him. The level that these dudes miscalculated at, I can't explain it. Yeah, Bozo Adams and Governor H gonna be finished. No, they're out of here. Biden turned Eric Adams into a lame duck mayor. Biden did that to him, his own party. His own party did that. When make sure that we got the charge on. When Biden decided that they was going to send all of these migrants to New York City and all of these migrants to all of these cities with black mayors. Okay, I'm going to back up for a second. Okay, so as everybody knows, what they actually tried to do was they actually tried to send all of the migrants to red states and to red cities. That's what they were actually trying to do, just so we could be clear. But when they was busing and shipping these migrants to the red cities and the red states in order to try to turn those states blue, the governors of those states and the people who run those states that were red said, nah, nigga, threw them on buses and started sending them to blue areas. That what we know to be a fact. Right? So hold on. So when they start sending them to blue areas, morning, my brother. All right. So when they started sending them to the blue areas, what happened was Biden reached out to some of the mayors. And the only mayors that was stupid enough to agree to this for the most part were black mayors. They agreed to this stupid shit. morning, my brother. They agreed to have the migrants come to their cities and be sanctuary cities. Houston, black mayor, correct? I don't know what LA has. Somebody put me on the game. Chicago, black mayor, correct? New York City, black mayor, correct? So these are all sanctuary cities, right? With a couple of other cities. They're all black run cities with black mayors. These dummies agreed to become sanctuary cities. Biden lied to them and told them that he was going to send funds to the cities to take care of the migrants, and there was going to be so much money that you will also, what's up? I'm talking about the migrants right now, Ma. I'm sorry about that. Huh? Giants? I can't hear what you're saying. Yeah, but I'm talking about politics right now, Ma. I'm so sorry about that. I'm sorry about that, Ma. I agree with you. I agree with you, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Mom, but I'm talking about the migrants right now. So, just so we could be clear, this is what people do, man. They want to change your conversation. Now she mad at me because I want to stay talking about what I'm talking about. So, the mayors of these cities were told that if they accept the migrants, that the government was going to send them money. And the monies that the government was going to send them was going to be able to take care of the migrants and be able to, help out the city and make the city, be able to pay for this, pay for that, benefit the city or whatever the case might be. So what ends up happening is the government don't send no money. So now he has to steal all of these mayors and all of these cities still have to pay for the migrants. So who's paying for them? The taxpayers. So all of these mayors are now lame duck mayors, meaning there's no even reason for them to run again. There's no one is going to vote for them. There's no way for them to get reelected. That's when somebody is lame duck. They did this to their own party because they tried to do it to the Republicans, but they weren't able to. So the point in which I'm trying to make is the Democrats are consistently doing shit that's fucking up America. And the only way that they could keep you to get voting for them is by saying we all hate Donald Trump. So now that so much of America has seen what has happened to Donald Trump inside of this court system, so many people don't agree with it. You can't now just say we all hate Donald Trump, because now a lot of people see Donald Trump as, you know what? I know people who the court system did incorrect. I know people who the court system was used against in a bad manner. So maybe I'm not as mad at Donald Trump as I once was. Maybe I still don't like Donald Trump, but them other rat bastards is worse. Donald Trump is about to win by such a landslide that they're going to have to cheat to make it look close. They're going to have to cheat to make it look close. Dude, he got $54 million in donations in 24 hours. Good morning. He got $54 million in donations in 24 hours from regular niggas. From regular niggas. Niggas like you and me, fam. Good morning. From regular niggas. People that was like, yo, I'm going to send them 20. Some dudes was like, yo, I'm going to send them 40. Some dudes was like, yo, I'm going to send them $1. He got 54 million, $53 million from regular niggas. in 24 hours. The Democrats are somewhere crapping on themselves, fam. And every single time they call him a felon, it's going to make it worse. Because there's so many people that, like I said, no felons, and that's not going to be a reason to not vote for him. I know a ton of felons that ain't bad people. I know niggas that are not felons and some of the worst people you could imagine. I know dudes that's never been convicted of a crime, but they need to be off of the street. They're terrible people. I know dudes right now that are felons that's out here doing God's work. Morning, my brother. So every time they're like, Donald Trump is a felon, that's going to hurt them. They don't know it is. They hope it isn't, but it's going to hurt them. Because that was their whole thing. They want to be able to say, Donald Trump is a felon. You can't vote a felon. Why not? He got in trouble for paying somebody off because he had sex with them and he didn't want them to tell nobody. How many men could understand that? We're just talking about men at this point. How many men you think can understand that? You bang some broad and you want her to keep her mouth shut, so you pay her to go home. Besides the fact he's not even the one that paid them, and the money that was paid was stolen out of his bank account by somebody else who forged his signature. Just so we could be clear. Who in the hell thinks somebody should go to jail for paying off a woman to go home? Well, we got an hour and 17 minutes. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I got like a ton of things I'm supposed to do today, and I want to go to the movies, but I don't think I'm going to have enough time because I got to go play basketball twice in 2 different places. Ah, shit. We out here. I got to go play basketball twice. Morning, my brother. Got to go play basketball twice. We're going to go over there on the other side. He ain't wrong. Niggas be eating Chinese food every day. Not supposed to do that shit. Chinese food don't really even got any freaking nutritional value in it. Eating Chinese food every day is not a win. I remember I used to eat Chinese food every day, so it is what it is. You feel me? What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We got 50 people in the room. We can get to 20 likes, man. Hit that like button. We only need 3 more. What else y'all want to talk about? Fam, I am not one of those dudes that's like, remember, I don't want Trump or Biden as our president. Remember, that was my number one thing I used to say. I don't want Trump nor Biden as our president. But what in the hell, fam? What are we going to do? Those are the 2 choices. If I have to choose between Trump and Biden opened up our borders, gave all of our money to other countries. I don't want to do that. That's a non-starter. We're not even going to talk about how all of this bullshit that's going on with our school system. We're not even going to talk about that. So no, I'm not on. Biden is the worst president in my lifetime. And I was here when Ronald Reagan was president. I was here when Ronald Reagan was president. And by far, Biden is the worst president in my lifetime. By far. It's not even close. I've never seen such a negative spiral from one president to the next. Never. Never. Good day. Never. Never have I seen it dip down so quickly from one president to the next president. Never. This is insane. He's not even really the president. You understand what I'm saying? He's just the figurehead. And the people who are actually running the country are doing a terrible job, and they're just not good people, in my opinion. They don't care about the American people. They care about all the other people that in the world before they care about the American people. I got issue with that. I think that you got to care about the kids that's in your home before you care about the next door neighbors is doing. I got issue with that. So I got issue with that. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I think I'm about to walk back to the crib for a minute, though. Be honest with you. Yeah. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Did not do this right. Chinese food ain't for every day, fam. I eat Chinese food probably once or twice a year right now. But I remember when I used to eat that shit every day. I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember when I was in high school, I used to come home every single day and get me some fried rice. Just fried rice. Some ketchup on that bitch. Sometimes I get fried rice with an egg roll. I take the egg roll, I dump the whole egg roll into the fried rice, I mix the shit up, and then I put the shit back into the egg roll. Yeah, fam. Eat the hell out of fucking Chinese food. I ain't got a cat. Every day. My cousin used to make fun of me. All right. Because everybody else was smoking weed and I didn't smoke. So I come home from high school, I didn't smoke or nothing. So I spent all of my money on food. So they used to always make fun of me. They used to make fun of me all the time. I spent all of my money on food. Like, yeah, I'm spending my money on grub, rat bastards. What are you doing? Trying to tell you, man. Shorty pregnant though, but she got a super fat. Yeah, man. Used to spend all of my money on food. My cousins used to make fun of me. Black and Al Dogs used to always make fun of me. They used to always make fun of me, like, nigga. They used to be like, ah. All right. They used to be like, ah. Morning, my brother. All right. Yep. All right. Good people, though. Good people. We're going to walk back to the crib for a minute. We might stay on live. I don't know. Come on. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We might stay on live. We'll walk back to the crib for a minute. What time is it? 11. Generally, when we used to get off of the live, around 11:30. So you're probably gonna walk back to the crib and end the live. Anything y'all guys want to talk about, put it in the chat. We'll do other stuff. I'm supposed to be, I got 2 different places I'm supposed to be going to play basketball at today. One is competitively, and the other one is to give instruction. So, pardon me. Sorry about that. Yeah, so one is to have competitive fun. Other one is to give instruction. So I probably should be stretching about now, stretching for like the next 45 minutes or so. I don't stretch enough because of the way I play, generally speaking, because my skill set. I should be stretching a lot more than I am. Don't stretch enough. Somebody said Diddy's potential escape. Yeah. Ah, dragonfly. Like 3 people went over to that dude that was trying to create whatever situation he was trying to create with me. Like 3 people went over to him. It was like, yo, they told you, fam. Only people beefing with me is fucking widows, fam. That's the only people, man. Like anybody with any common sense going about them, they see I want to do good things in the community. They see I'm not a bad person. Like it's not hard. You understand what I'm saying? Only fucking widows. All right. Have a blessed day. Anything else y'all want to discuss before we get out of here? Anything you want to ask me? Discuss anything. I don't know who sent dude this morning to create the situation with me, but I'm going to tell you what happened, though. The nigga was on his phone texting with somebody, at least that's what it looked like. And then all of a sudden, he just started yelling at shit. So I'm guessing somebody texted him some shit like, yo. And then the nigga started yelling out some bullshit. We're not doing that, man. I don't got nothing against nobody. All right. Like, yeah, I don't got no problems with nobody. I don't got no issues with nobody, man. But they keep sending these weirdos to argue with me, so it look like I'm part of a widow squad. You understand what I'm saying? So it look like I'm a part of the widow squad. So they keep sending widows to come argue with me every 5 minutes. I don't know these niggas. Remember, the main dude that's doing this shit ran into the damn supermarket because he was scared. So how the fuck y'all following this nigga? Like, how y'all following this nigga? Y'all following a nigga that ran into the supermarket because he was scared. Huh? I don't get it. Not that I'm trying to be out here trying to do nothing to nobody. I'm not no gangster nigga. I'm just a regular man. Nigga called me pussy. Say you see a pussy, you slap a pussy. The nigga was like, yo, fuck you. You a pussy. Yo, look at this nigga. When he walking away from me. So I said, why you walking faster? So he started walking faster. It's like, you can't win with these guys, man. You understand? You just can't win with them. Niggas is winners. You just can't win with them. They gonna call you a sucker while they doing sucker shit. You understand? In any regard, everybody have a blessed day. I'm gonna let y'all go. It's still early. It's like noon. It's going on noon in like 45 minutes or so. I'm gonna get me some lunch up in me, and then I'm gonna take care of a couple of other things. Depending on how it looks outside when I get to the park, is depending on if I decide I might film some and show y'all some basketball today. Also, depending on how my body feels. You know what I'm saying? Like, my legs is feeling good. Depending on how my body is feeling. If my body is feeling good, I might go. You know, if I could play more than 25%, because basically I've only been playing like 25%. If I could play more than 35, 40%, maybe I film. But if I can't, then, you know, it's a waste of time. I'm gonna wait for me to get a little bit, you know, feel a little bit better. But I've only been playing like at 25%. That's basically just jump shots, a lot of passing, stuff like that. When I get up to about 40%, that's like, you know, light driving, you know, 60% and up is, you know, I'm playing more physical, you know, I'm doing my, you know, shakes and stuff like that. And when I get up to like 75, 80%, you know, that's when I'm doing all of my moves. I'm just going all the way out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing all the moves. So shout out to everybody. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. We're going to go get ourselves some lunch, and we're going to go see how hard we're going to be able to play today. And depending on how hard we're going to be able to play is depending on whether I'm going to be bringing any kind of basketball content for y'all today. So that is what it is. But you look, I love y'all. Go out there, do what's best for your household. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. If you want to vote Democrat, vote fucking Democrat. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to vote Republican, vote Republican. If you want to vote independent, vote independent. If you want to vote, I don't know who's those other guys. I keep forgetting their names. Trump just gave a speech with them. If you want to vote for them, vote for them. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for, fam. I'm just here to tell you my perspective on situations that have happened. And as far as I can tell, the main ones that lie on their campaign promises are the Democrats. The Republicans just tell y'all they want to do shit. And if you go to Republican states, they're actually doing all of the things that they say that they wanted to do. It's the Democrats that sell you dreams. It's the Democrats that say we're going to do one thing and then do another. That's generally how the Democrats get elected, in my opinion. And then also, in addition to that, how many things have the Democrats told y'all will be good for us and they were bad? So the Democrats are also consistently saying, you know, the things that they're actually going to do is bad. Opening the border was a terrible idea. Giving all of our money to the migrants is a terrible idea. Giving giving all of our money to countries overseas so they can protect their borders while leaving our borders wide open, that's absolutely insane. I don't understand that dynamic. It doesn't make sense to me, but that's what we're doing. We're giving money to other countries, more than one country, to protect their borders, while at the same time we're opening our borders all the way up. Y'all know that there's like a $20 billion that Mexico want from America because of their borders. So that's a whole nother conversation. Mexico has a situation going on with their borders where I'm not sure if it's because of the Americans that are trying to go down to Mexico and stay there because it's so expensive in America, or because their borders and their border towns have absolutely been overrun because of all of the migrants that's coming through them. But Mexico won like $20 billion from America because of the borders being unsafe. So it's fam. I don't know what you want to do. I don't know. Like, how are y'all voting for these people? Do y'all understand what's going on in other parts of the world? Or are you just looking outside of your own door and that's as far as your eyesight could go? I'm curious. With that being said, I love y'all. Please go out there, do something positive in the world. Stamp God's name on it. Let people know that you're coming in the name of God. Make sure that we're holding God's name up as high as possible, and let everyone know, look, there's only one way to the Lord, and that's through Jesus Christ. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.